Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Samantha, and if this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen, allow me to introduce myself.
H to the OV.
Yep, this happens sometimes. I currently have pre-workout running in my veins because I just finished leg day. But hey, that's what you're gonna get on this channel because I'm an ex-athlete turned health and fitness junkie with a mega boss babe entrepreneurial lifestyle. So that's what you're gonna get in these videos, all right? Welcome to my Business Boss Pays to Influence video series. I'm diving straight into today's topic, which is my 5 steps to boost your Instagram engagement instantly. Now, in my last video, I debunked 3 Instagram myths and gave you guys strategies and solutions to those. And if you haven't watched that video yet, go watch it because this video builds on that. So today, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you find this information helpful, all right? So let's get down to business. 5 ways to boost your Instagram engagement instantly. And at the end, I'm also going to do a live case study with a Pays to Influence community member and show you guys an example of how I would boost engagement on his influencer posts that currently aren't doing as well as his main content that doesn't feature a product. So first off, there is no one-size-fits-all strategy for everyone, okay? So just know that I'm gonna go through these 5 key concepts, and also know that it's going to take time and trial and error to boost your engagement depending on your Instagram account, depending on the types of followers that you have, and your content and your niche. And maybe you don't even have a niche on Instagram. So with this video, just make sure that you start implementing these concepts. And in the next video, I'm going to take a step back and you guys are going to be able to analyze these concepts that you're going to be learning today because you're going to implement them on your posts. And then you can kind of see what you need to change up, what you need to tune up. Is it the captions? Is it the pictures? Whatever that is, because I can't put this all into one video. And this is where I have all of my clients begin. So let's see what's currently happening with the account. And then we can build on that. We can change things. We can see what's working and what's not, okay? But right now, what you can also do is download my free Instagram influencer post checklist. The link is down in the description below. So click on that, download it, and use it. Now let's get into the 5 key concepts your Instagram posts need to have. Number 1, do you have a clear and well-lit image or video to post? So let's face it, the main objective when you post on Instagram is to stop the scroll. Followers scroll so fast on Instagram. I know I do. You do too when you're on your feed. So your image or video has literally milliseconds for someone to stop their scroll, click on it, take a look at the image or caption. So you really want to make sure that it's clear, it is bright, it is well lit. Like obviously depending on your feed, like you might have a nice dark gloomy feed or whatever your filters are. But what I mean is the picture cannot be blurry. It cannot be shitty quality. If it's a video, make sure the audio is on point. If you have captions in your video, like in the actual video itself, not down below, in the actual video, like make sure you have those if you're talking in it. Basically, it's attention grabbing. People are scrolling. What are you gonna put on there that is gonna make people stop? Even if they just stop and double tap that picture, that is perfect. Like just because they don't even go into it and read it all, that's okay too sometimes. But as long as you're getting them to stop and double tap and then maybe even look into it, that is exactly what you want. So there's no excuses to not have a really, really good picture, especially in this day and age. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you have some sort of high definition camera, whether it's on your cell phone, whether it's, a camera that you have, or maybe you can borrow one if you're younger, if maybe you don't have a super great cell phone yet. But regardless, if you're trying to be an Instagram influencer, that is your number 1 investment. So if you don't have a good quality cell phone that takes really good pictures, this is with the iPhone. I'm an iPhone user. Apple is life. I always get the latest and greatest iPhone because I shoot almost all of my content with my iPhone if it's not a professional photo shoot. So this is my investment every year. And guess what? When you become an influencer, this is tips that I'll be telling you guys a little later. When you start making money on Instagram, guess what? You're gonna need write-offs. So this right here, this is basically paid for by a write-off on my taxes at the end of the year. So it's little things to think about, but basically you need to stop the scroll. You need really high quality pictures. None of that blurry shit. It just doesn't fly anymore. It is 2018. It doesn't fly. There's no excuses for blurry pictures. Number 2, does your written caption add value to the viewer? Does it educate? Does it inspire? Does it motivate? Does it help people feel encouraged or care? When people come to Instagram, it is usually when they are either bored at work or something, or school, you're stressed out, and you go to Instagram because there's awesome pictures on there. Like for me, if you look at my feed, it is full of golden retriever puppies because it makes me feel good. Or it's like funny memes, and you're sharing funny meme DMs with your friends. Whatever your niche is on Instagram, let's make sure that whenever you go to post something, it accomplishes that thing, that concept. So whether you have an account that's all about funny stuff, does it make you laugh? Will it make other people laugh? Is it videos? Is it entertaining? Is it shocking? Is it inspiring? Is it educational? Like for me, obviously my Instagram, it is about health and fitness and entrepreneurial stuff. So each of my posts, it's either going to inspire you, educate you, motivate you. So just think about your overall account niche and what you want your account to do. And just make sure that from now on, whenever you're posting something, make sure it falls into that category and make sure it answers one of those conceptual key points. Another thing with that is if you don't yet have an account where you're like figuring out your niche, don't worry, I'm gonna be putting out a video to help you determine what that niche is. But for now, try to start thinking about something that you want your account to focus on, because that's really where you're going to hyper target. It's how you can grow an influencer account, because you don't want to be like doing everything, because your followers are just going to be like, what's the point of me following you if like you're posting about this or that? Or maybe your health and fitness account, but you're posting about like just partying all the time. Or maybe it's like you post like business stuff, but then all of a sudden you post something about like clothes. Like, I don't know, like you guys know what I mean? Just like make sure that you're really just kind of more specific and don't post pointless shit, basically. Like have intention behind your post. Yes, intention. Number 3, does your post have a call to action? So first, you might be thinking, Sam, what the hell is a call to action? Well, it is basically asking someone to do something. It's a call to action. What are you getting people to do? So the whole point of Instagram is basically to grow a community. It's a you have followers because you're growing a community. It's a fan base. So what do you want to do with these followers? You want to engage with them. You want them to engage with you on every single post. So my rule of thumb is maybe this isn't for every single post, because some posts will speak for themselves and you won't really have to like ask someone to do something. But for each of my posts, even if you go through my Instagram account, you're going to see, hey guys, I need a favor. What do you think of this? Ask a question. Or, hey, share this post if you found it helpful. Or, asking them to do something, whether it's to comment, whether it's to like, whether it's to get their opinion on something. Ask engaging questions, because that will, as soon as someone's reading something, if they read it and they're like, oh, well, shit, I know, blah, 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 blah. And then guess what happens then? Then they comment, and then you can start a little mini conversation down in the comments with them. And guess what happens when that happens? Instagram sees that and it boosts your engagement rates, and that way your post goes into the feed, which I'll talk about later. But basically, you want people to comment on your pictures. This is huge for engagement. This is all about that engagement ratio that I talked about in the previous video. So basically, you really want as many people as possible to not only double tap and like your picture, but to also start commenting on it and telling you what they think. So the best way for that to do is call to action. Also make it fit in with your caption too. Like, make it flow, make it make sense. You can get really crafty with your captions to do that, and make sure that you take the time to respond, which I'll get into it in an upcoming concept. Number 4, hashtags. Do you have at least 5 hashtags listed? Oh, the hashtag game. I have a love-hate with hashtags. There's so much swirling around with, can you get shadow banned? Is shadow banned a thing? I personally use a couple different websites. I'll post them down in the comments below too, so you guys can check. I don't know them off the top of my head. But the days of the 30 hashtags, copy and pasting the same hashtag on every single post, on every single picture, don't do it. I'm just saying don't do it, because if shadow banning is a thing, which I personally think it is, because I see my engagement go down and go up depending how I tag certain things. And if I check it on the shadow banning website and if that post is banned, I'm like, oh, well, that's why I got kind of no engagement, or that's why it wasn't shown on the algorithm so many times, because you can see all this stuff in your statistics on your business account, which, by the way, if you don't have a business account on Instagram and you're trying to be an influencer, switch it over from personal to business right now. I'll tell you guys why in another video. But when I talk about stats and everything, you cannot see these things on a personal account, and this is what you're going to need to have in order to work with different accounts. So back to my point. My rule of thumb is that has been working really well lately is to use about 5 dedicated hashtags. And these hashtags have to do exactly with what's in that picture. What I've been noticing on the shadow banning websites with my posts that did get shadow banned is because I would hashtag certain things where I thought, oh, I want this to like pop up in like this feed, or I think it was like a quote or something, and I like would put like love or mindset or something just like that honestly did not make sense with the picture, but I just wanted to kind of go to that hashtag feed. And those are the ones that got shadow banned. But the ones that I was hashtagging properly, like for example, if I'm at the beach in a bikini, I would put Santa Monica Beach, photo shoot, bikini, and I like little things to do with that, like athletic, and those posts would never get banned. So my rule of thumb is that I tell everyone is use in the like caption itself, at least just 5 dedicated hashtags. Use your city, use your location. What are you wearing? What are you doing? Like make it like crystal clear, because I swear Instagram just knows. I feel like they know. Like if you're doing a selfie with a mug or something, and you know that right now the feed for say Lamborghinis is really high, don't tag Lamborghini in your hashtags just to think it's going to raise engagement and boost it, because Instagram just knows. And that's the whole thing that shadow banning is, that people are using hashtags on images that are just not what it is. I honestly wouldn't use a whole stack of 30 hashtags. It looks ugly. It doesn't make sense. You can kind of, sometimes what I do is I'll go down in the comments below and do like maybe 10 other hashtags, but use 5, make them solid, and they look prettier in your account. However, also probably coming very, 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 very soon, Instagram is going to be removing hashtags from the caption section. That is what I've been hearing. That is what I've been seeing on a few tech websites. So I think in the coming days or months or weeks or whatever, early new year, I'm sure we're going to have a situation where you'll be able to tag hashtags like a location. Like, you know how it has like a location, you can tag the location and a whole bunch will pop up. That's how it's going to be, so you don't have to worry about doing hashtags in the captions anymore. So if that happens, that would be a whole new system to it. I honestly can't wait for it, because I'm really sick and tired of seeing people post like 30 different hashtags. It just, shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. So just do 5, okay? 5 good, solid hashtags. Number 5, are you able to respond to comments and DMs within 60 minutes after posting? Oh, did you guys know this? You want to make sure that you have the time to respond to every single comment and DM as fast as possible when you post. This is why, and if you didn't know, this is probably one of the biggest tips that many people do not know, is Instagram loves your engagement with your followers. So basically, as soon as you post, for the first 60 minutes, and not even just the first 60 minutes, you obviously want to be engaging with anyone that comments on your Instagram. However, I know it's like, I'm not on Instagram all day. That is impossible. I actually have a time limit on my Instagram. I have it set to 1.5 hours. As soon as I reach that limit, then you better believe this girl is barely ever going to get on Instagram for the rest of the day. You really want to focus on the first 60 minutes after you post. So I highly suggest you using a time frame that you know. You don't just want to like post a picture and then you have to go to work and you can't access your phone, and you don't want to like, or go to class or whatever it is that you're doing. Have your eyes on your post for about 60 minutes. And as soon as someone comments, comment back. Like, create an interaction, create a conversation with that person. Even if they write awesome posts, you can respond with, hey, so-and-so at them. hey, so-and-so, thanks so much. Glad you agree. Like, or maybe if you asked a question and maybe they didn't answer it, and maybe you can be like, so what did you think? Like, what is your choice? Or what is your option? Or, you know, whatever it is. Like, create conversations down in the Instagram comment section. Instagram loves that. It rewards you. It's going to boost your post to the feed because it is seeing that you care about your followers. Instagram is all about community, so they do reward you by being active and engaged with your followers. This also raises your engagement rates and your ratio, which is what brands and companies love to see. I'll go over that a little later, but basically the number of followers you have along with the numbers of likes and the numbers of comments, the total number of comments, including your responses, those are all crucial when it comes to your engagement ratio. So the more you can do of that, the more you can get of all of this, it is perfect. And guess what? You want to care about your followers. If someone takes the time to comment, you want to respond. It's like, this is how I compare it to. It's like if you're out in public or something, and like someone that you know, maybe you don't even know them, maybe it's a best friend or whoever it is. If they're like across the street and they're like, hey, and you see them, you're like staring at them and they're like, hi. And if you just like, if you don't respond to that, it's like, if you just like resting bitch face them, like,
cold ass bitch, I give raw chills, 10 different looks and my looks so cute.
It's rude, right? So don't be rude. Don't be that person on Instagram. I cannot stand when I see accounts with like, they don't even have thousands of followers. Hell, I have 40,000 followers and I still have the time to go back and respond to everybody. And I love to because I'm creating a relationship with them. But that's the one thing I cannot stand is seeing accounts with like less than 100K followers and they do not respond to their followers. And I get it, you cannot respond to everything all the time, every single day. But the first hour, it's crucial. Like, show your followers some love, nurture them. These are the people that are following you, supporting you, that are potentially building your career on Instagram. And I mean career because if you're trying to monetize your Instagram, you need your followers to engage, to like, to come back to your profile. So respond to everything. I know this sounds really harsh, but you gotta show your followers love when they're showing you love, okay? Bonus case time study. All right, so what I kind of want to implement into these videos as well is show you guys how I work with my Pays to Influence members. So I'm gonna have a screenshot up here of my phone as I'm going through it so you guys can kind of see what happens. So my Pays to Influence member, where is it? Where is this at? Down in the DM. It's where we were chatting because sometimes it's way easier to do this. Okay, Hubert, Nitro Redneck Hubert. He has about 46,000 followers, almost 47, which is freaking awesome. So he reached out because he has amazing engagement. Like if you guys see this, oh my goodness. So some of these videos, 4,000 views. We have over 18,000 views on videos, super awesome. 7,000 views, really good. Awesome, 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 awesome. These are all great. Pictures have over 3,000, almost 4,000 likes, freaking epic. You know, some have 2,000. This is all great. This is all great. The reason I'm showing you guys this is because with his account, great following, amazing engagement, he's doing it right. However, he reached out because he was like, Samantha, I'm having brands reach out to me all the time. However, it's like, I just posted a picture, you know, the other day and it was a pair of pants and like, I get no engagement. Like, what can I do? So here's the post right here. It was literally the latest one. Like we had this conversation last night because we're doing testing. This is important. So what he did was he got these pants. And this is what I mean with the quality picture, the caption, the everything, make it cool, make it stand out, make people stop the scroll. So this was the picture, but he just posted the picture of pants. So this is what I mean. And he's like, he only got 153 likes. Now that is like, it's bad. Yeah, like he isn't right. He isn't wrong. It is bad because he's used to getting so many likes on all his pictures. So why this one? But it's really easy to tell and this is really easy to fix because like, look at his post. Like the feed has a lot of action going on. So my suggestion to him, and then you just have a pair of pants. Like, yeah, of course, no one's going to stop and double click on a pair of pants like this. So my advice to him was, yo, you have such dope content. Like, it is action sports, it's racing, it's so cool. Like, you're always out on the track. So my suggestion to him is put the pants on, do something epic, whether it's video, whatever, jumping off a bike, like dirt, like fire, like you post such cool content. No wonder your followers didn't like this, because it is so just out of your realm. Like, it looks like an ad. And it says it, like even with the caption, I've been using blah, blah, blah pants and shirts, blah, blah, blah for months now, which is great. It's an awesome review. But on Instagram, nobody kind of cares about stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is have him kind of repost that if he has to post again with something really cool. And I already know it's gonna do well, because this is a really easy fix to do. So that's one example of how I would change something up, especially if you're newer to working with brands and companies, because I get it. Sometimes it's like you don't know what to do. Just make it cool. Don't just post the product and hold it, whatever. Do something cool. Make people stop the scroll. Even if it's something like outrageous, or using the product in a way that maybe it's not supposed to be used. Like, whatever that is, as long as you're doing something that's cool, you're gonna get those views, you're gonna get those likes, you're gonna get that engagement. And guess what? When brands see that happens on your post, they're gonna work with you again and again and again. And guess what? This is when contracts happen. This is when monthly contracts happen. This is how you can make money very, very quickly, promoting stuff and making cool, epic shit on Instagram that your followers are gonna love, the brand is gonna love, and the client's gonna love. So I wanna just thank Nitro Redneck Hubert for this example, because this is just perfect for you guys to see firsthand of someone that, you know, has insane views, but then we just gotta tweak the post. That's all it is. So it's a learning lesson, and that's what I want you guys to do, is to use these 5 concepts, go through. Maybe you're not even posting about anything yet, like you're not working with brands. Totally normal, totally fine. We will get you there. But you gotta first start with the foundation, which is making sure that your posts are getting the engagement so you can grow your account, so clients and brands see you, and you're with your epic little community on Instagram. Little community, it's gonna be a big community. So that's where you have to start, okay? All right, guys, so there you have it, the 5 ways to boost your Instagram engagement instantly, along with a case study. Thank you, Nitro Redneck Hubert. So you guys start implementing these key concepts on every post, and you're going to see results. I promise. It's just gonna take time. It's gonna take consistency. And if you learned something new today, tell me in the comments below on my pinned comment, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming Instagram and Business Boss videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.